about crafting in South Africa, do you think it's something that South Africans identify with? Is it something that is a cultural thing in South Africa?
Oh, I think it definitely is. From the woodcarvers in rural, remote areas of South Africa, I mean, they've been trained by their fathers, uncles, grandfathers. They are creating remarkable works. And some of them are featured in prestigious exhibitions internationally. One looks at the works of Johannes Segugela. It is amazing. And then also beadwork of Beauty Maswangane, the basket weavers. It is commendable.
Now,
very exciting.
Do you think craft art is going to transcend time, or do you think as people become more and more demanding and busy and in this fast-paced world, that they're not going to pay attention as much to take the time to actually create these handmade pieces?
I think the reverse is going to happen. I think people are going to appreciate works made by hand that took time, because nobody has time these days. Everything is rushed, everything has to happen quickly, whereas you can take time and create by hand, and I think there is going to be more and more of a appreciation of works created by hand.
Now I want to do a little bit of a show and tell. I'm going to hand you the book here. If you can talk us through some of your favorite pieces.
That's very difficult. We're going to sit here for a long time.
While you're looking, we can still chat, so we don't sit here the whole day. No, I actually wanted to talk to you about the, I'm going to have a really hard time pronouncing this, Mogalakwena Craft Art Development Foundation. You founded that in 1994.
That's correct.
How was it developed?
My husband has a game farm up north, a remote part of South Africa, where South Africa, Botswana and Zim meet. And when we lived in Johannesburg, we used to go there at the end of the month to pay wages. And I just started working with the women, doing embroidery, candle making, beading, screen printing. And the project developed from there, because we started receiving orders from family members and friends. And then that was in 1985. And then in 1994, I registered the business. And we're still weaving, embroidery, doing beadwork.
Wow. Well, how has it developed since then? I imagine it's a totally different establishment than it was in 1994.
It certainly is. We are working with renowned artists and designers in South Africa and also internationally.
Wow.
And also with shop owners that we do supply.
All right, let's get to that show and tell.
Beautiful baskets. I mean, it's contemporary in design, color combination, just that sense of how it can be done. Willem Boshoff in the preface refers to wise hands, and I think it's such an apt description. It's traditional technique. She hasn't changed the technique. It's still exactly the same.
What do you hope people get from this book when they're flipping through the pages? What do you want them to feel?
I hope they inspired, encouraged, and that it brings joy.
I think it will.
It should, I think, looking at all the amazing
beautiful
works.
Photography.
It is. Jacques de Villiers is an excellent, remarkable photographer, and so is Leon Visser, the stylist.
Now, how long did it take to put this together?
The writing I conceptualized the project, so that was 2.5 years ago, and the photography and traveling took over a year to compile. Remarkable women working in projects, doing amazing work, sharing skills and creative knowledge with people.
really is.
I celebrate
such
that.
upliftment.
It is, it is. And it's both ways an upliftment. Not only to train and teach people
Right.
something, but the reward and what they bring back into the project and what they mean to you is wonderful.
Sounds incredible. Now, I know I asked you this before, but tell us about these people. I mean, there's so many people in this book. What was it like compiling their stories?
I made appointments with them, organized the flights for myself, the photographer and the stylist, accommodation.
But hearing their stories as a fellow craft maker,
Yes.
what was it like to hear all of these
It's exciting.
stories?
It's so exciting. And that's why I think the book is a real inspiration for people wanting to create and make craft, is to read these people's stories, because it's uplifting, it brings joy. It's a happy book.
All right, well, for anyone watching this video who really wants to get started in craft and they're very inspired by all of the beautiful pieces in the book, but they don't really know where to start, what's your advice to them?
I would say they just need to start. Decide whether you want to create using beads, fabrics, recycled materials, clay. Just start somewhere, doing something.
What's the easiest thing to start with? Be honest.
I think everything is easy.
You're a little biased, I think. You can get craft art in South Africa, Creative Intersections, at all good bookstores. And if you already own a copy, let us know what you think of the book in the comments section below.